Hey, this is the Game Triple H with the WWE. I am here today at FBE to, oddly enough, react to people reacting to me.
Sweet chin music into a pedigree.
Oh. This one was a tough one because we'd both been gone for so long. And while it was fun to be out there with them and in front of that many people and doing this one more time, you put a lot of pressure on yourself late in your career, 25 years in or however long you're in, to be able to still do what you do at the level you did it at 25 years earlier. And it just doesn't happen that way sometimes. And this was one of those ones that was bittersweet in a way.
Oh, man.
This was one of my favorite storylines we did. Randy Orton and I had a long history with each other from Evolution all the way through. And there was a moment where I went after him at his home.
It's really a precursor to a lot of the cinematic matches we've seen recently in WWE pay-per-view because of the pandemic and stuff like that.
We've been doing them for years, whether it was Austin and Booker in the grocery store, whatever. It's always memorable for us as talent when you get to go into somebody's house or a house that they're renting and just destroy it.
Triple H shows up in my backyard, we're gonna have a problem, I'll tell you that. He'll be the one going through my window. I got a pregnant woman in here, dang it. No danger, all right?
I'm more worried about Becky than I am about Seth. She's pregnant, she's tired, all that stuff. She'll beat the two of us up.
Has turned his back on X-Pac.
Shame.
What?
He wasn't scared to be a bad guy. The ultimate bad guy.
Triple H is such a good bad guy. Like, you want to hate him at all times.
It's funny for me in my career, I always gravitated towards that as a fan. The bad guys were always more interesting to me and more intriguing characters. It always seemed like it was so much more fun to portray that. For me, it's just easier to see the things that bother people and then be able to do those things if you're not afraid to do them.
He had the passion and the desire and the drive to feel like he was good enough and he deserved his opportunity. And that clip you just showed was sort of in that era for him.
It was a very controversial time for me within the WWE landscape as the Rock was becoming and Austin were becoming these key good guys. I knew that without the bad guy in those scenarios, the good guys aren't as good as they need to be. I went to Vince, I pitched this, I want to flip and I want to turn on the group, I want to turn heel and I want to do this, and man, they just didn't get it. It caused a lot of strong conversations to happen with all of us about, God, no, don't do that yet, not yet, ride this out until it's done, man, we have so much more legs on this. One of the big lessons I think that Vince taught me all throughout my career and even to this day is if you believe in what you're doing, be willing to gamble on yourself.
Oh, this is when DX gets back together.
Coming in for the save.
You want to do this? Do you want to do this?
Let's go.
Yes, let's go.
For me personally, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but hey, when I was a kid, I know how many detentions I got for, telling people to suck it.
It just brings me back to me being a talent and sitting watching Flair and Dusty Rhodes and, everybody that I watched growing up and knowing what that meant to me and how it inspired me to get in the business. I have talent say it to me all the time, oh my God, you're part of the reason why I got in the business or something. It's the biggest honor you can have.
When we got together as D-Generation X, it was something that was just an absolute blast to be a part of because you knew you were doing something very different and very outside of the norm. People either really loved it, but a lot of the traditionalists really hated it.
When we formed DX, we were breaking a mold that, as Sean said, a lot of people really resisted and hated. We would do stuff in the ring, and it was just very spontaneous, him and I, and we would just riff off each other. And when we'd come back, be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that, or vice versa. You could tell the people that it angered, and when we'd come back, and you could tell the people that thought it was funny.
Showing his competitive spirit here.
I
was like, oh! That's the most amazing thing to me because they've heard the name Triple H so long, they don't even know what Hunter Hearst Helmsley means.
There's a moment when the Attitude Era begins to launch where, the characters are kind of going out the window and it's becoming larger than life versions of you. And just much more attitude driven and all that. And I remember Vince coming to me and saying, like, look, what do you want to do with this? And I wanted to morph out of the character slowly, become something more, because we were going to do DX with Sean. I didn't want to change the name because I had so much time and energy invested already in this Hunter Hearst Helmsley guy that it felt like to just say that was all garbage and forget it, I'm a different guy now, seemed wrong. So everybody backstage, Sean, Kevin Nash, Hall, they all called me Triple H. And I think it was Sean that actually called me that the first time. And so the suggestion was made, just stick with the nickname. It works.
Oh, this is priceless.
Knocking on that door.
I knew. It's the whole deal. It's all of them. There you go.
I knew about it before getting to the building that day. And I remember Billy and Dog and Kid coming to me going like, there's a bunch of Army stuff with our logos on it. What are we doing? And I was like, so Vince made me swear that I would not say anything to you guys until he did. But trust me, this is epic. We're about to change the entire industry, man.
For DX to show up at WCW's door, I was like, what is happening?
It's hard for people to understand today how much that moment changed the business. That was a moment in time sort of where you didn't acknowledge the other guys.
One of his best entrances.
Every entrance matters because you gotta get everybody who's tuning in and take them on a journey.
For me, the pageantry, the entrances, the way things are lit, the music, everything that leads you to these fights, to me, is as big as the fight. You know, you put a lot of thought into these, and I think sometimes people think, oh, it's just all about, you know, me trying to build grandeur on myself. Look, it was about the story of the match and the characters and trying to make them as epic and big as possible.
Oh, yeah. I see some familiar faces there.
That's Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks, all right there.
Legit told all of us that we were going to have this moment of our own one day. And just a year and a half later, 2 years later, we're all debuting on Raw. We're all like champions.
It was so cool when he told us in the gear and being a part of it. Like, we were like, this is our biggest WrestleMania moment ever. The fact that now I've had my 4 or 5 WrestleManias, just at that moment, like, I didn't have to do anything. How does he do this?
Probably one of my favorite entrances of all time. Not because of because I thought it was very cool, but also having them out there with me doing that, being able to share that stage with them and give them that experience as knowing where they're about to go with their lives and their careers was awesome.
That was a return, yeah. The loudest reactions I've ever heard.
This is my personal favorite Triple H moment.
For me, that was a moment that if I could have written the whole thing, I couldn't have done it any better or would have done it any differently. The moment was incredible.
You know, you get some goosebumps when you return, dude.
I can't imagine what that sounded like there, like to be backstage or to be him. And that's got to feel good as a performer.
This is, 9 months, give or take, after an injury where I tore my quad and didn't just tear my quad, but like completely blew apart the entire capsule of my knee. I don't care who you are when you come back from something like that and you think, boy, I hope they at least give a crap and remember. I remember even standing at the curtain, they chanted the entire time during the commercial break before I came out and still thinking, please give a crap when my music hits.
For God's sakes.
Oh, yes. Return.
Stephanie!
This is so juicy.
What is this?
Young babyface Stephanie. It's so cute now, but at the time it was very devious.
It's funny because Steph and I were just, we didn't really know each other then, and we were put into a working situation with each other. The storyline being what it is, and we always say our marriage worked so well because we had a dry run on TV.
That is when I turned on my father and joined forces with the evil Triple H. And that was the moment that started it all, right? Here we are, married with 3 kids. And if that moment never happened, who knows where we would be today.
It was a surreal moment, and it wasn't really expected to go the way that it did. It was expected to be just a kind of a big swerve to get out of a different storyline. The whole thing was just so unheard of and shocking that it blew people's mind. And she was so good in the role, especially as being this young, fresh-faced, innocent girl to all of a sudden being this just devious manipulator. It really made everything work.
So this year marks the 25th anniversary of Triple H and the WWE. Can you talk a little bit about what Triple H has meant for you personally?
Oh, personally for me, Triple H is, he's been there through it all. If it weren't for Triple H, there would be no Seth Rollins as you know him today.
I kind of owe my whole career to him because I wouldn't have the opportunity if he didn't care.
It's just humbling to see, people and performers that are such big stars that one saw you in that light and, saw you as they were coming up and trying to get into the business, much like I did with people that were before me. And then to think that they think that I'm even just a small part of the reason why they get where they are is incredible and humbling.
I've been able to make an awful, wonderful living. One, doing what I love to do, and then getting to do it side by side with your best friend. That is absolutely an unbelievable thing.
My life revolves around this business in a lot of ways. So to be able to do the day-to-day business stuff with my wife, to then be doing what we're doing together at the NXT and the Performance Center, it's funny because in a lot of ways, I feel like I just get to be a giddy kid sitting next to my best friend. I don't know, running a wrestling promotion, so to speak, almost like it's a video game or something like that, except it's real life.
So finally, if Triple H were watching this right now, what would you want to say to him?
Tell him not to get a big head. I'll still knock the elbow. But that WrestleMania victory was a fluke. You can tell him that.
It's a fluke. Tell him I don't remember it because he kicked me so hard in the head.
I'm forever grateful for the confidence he instilled in my dad and gave back to him, and just giving me the opportunity at NXT, which changed my life.
I appreciate the fact that people say, I instilled his confidence back in him. I just told him he was Ric Flair. I just looked at him every day and I thought, Jesus, this is Ric Flair, the greatest in-ring performer of his generation. And he had forgotten it, and everybody else saw it but him, and I just helped him remember.
I couldn't be more proud of you. I love you so much. You deserve every celebration, 25 years of this iconic career. And I can't wait for the next 25.
That's awesome. It's a funny thing because it's a little bit past now. I feel like I've been celebrating the 25 for 25. Which is nice in a way. It's like your birthday all the way up until the birthday of the following year.
What is it like to see, these superstars talk about you like this, and not only just share memories, but talk about what impact you've had on their careers?
It's humbling. It really, really is. In some ways, it makes you feel old. When people tell you, I watched you when I was a kid and you're the reason why I got the business or something like that, it's like, well, thank you. I think all of those people, whether it's Sheamus, whether it's Adam Cole, whether it's the Street Profits, whether it's Sasha, Charlotte, so many, as satisfying as your career is, it's like doing all those things and it being wonderful for you. And then your kids come along and you watch them have that success and you watch them live their dreams and have that success. It's almost more rewarding.
So what would you like to say to those in the WWE universe who have been watching you for all these years?
Thank you. They give us the privilege. I'll try not to get emotional. They give us the privilege to do what we do. Thank you for every cheer, every boo, everything you threw at me, everything horrible things that were said because I deserve them. Hopefully now I'm making generations or helping to give the opportunity to generations more talent that can continue to deliver a product that is worthy of your passion for WWE. Once again, thank you for all of this. It's been an epic 25-year ride at this point. If you're watching this, you know where to follow. You know how to follow. Support NXT. It is the future of this business. We're creating the stars of tomorrow for you, for the generation after you, and for generations to come. Thank you for watching.